Thanks to the support as a channel member, Michael McCloskey. Well, here we go then, folks. I've been banging on about this since like the third episode of this series. We finally have a big FA Cup third round away game against Premier League opposition. Let's go see how much money it actually makes us. It better solve all the problems. Hello and welcome to part 101 of Wembley to Wembley. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, it is that big FA Cup third round tie against Premier League Leicester. And then we also faced Forest Green in a League Two that we are very much trying to inject ourselves into the playoff mix for and doing quite a good job of it, running actually. I mean, say this very quietly. We're 5 points outside of the automatic promotion spots with 3 games in hand. There might be shenanigans coming up in the second half of this season, but first, Leicester. And in fact, first, we've done a few transfers. Bailey James Keats, who was just really a victim of us having this minimum salary that we have to pay in League Two, has been sold to Exeter for £20,000. We've brought in Donald Hendry on loan from Dunfermline until the end of the season as his replacement, and we're also trying to get rid of our 3 backup goalkeepers who between the 3 of them earn £850 a week, and getting rid of all 3 of them brings us back below wage budget. So that would be nice if we could have the majority of January in wage budget with more money in the bank. We might actually be able to do something. So we go into this game against Leicester with £185,000. Let's see how much we've got when we come out the other side of it. This is the team. It's Perini in goal. A back 4 of Lemani, Proctor, Piggin and De Souza. Smith and Murray in midfield. Scanlon and Hendry out wide. Hurley and Justinison up front. Let's get the team submitted. It is Hendry's debut. It's the number 7 shirt. I mean, that's confident. That's either confidence or me just pressing randomly allocate the squad number. I'll let you judge which one it is. Look at Perini's wonderful hair. Lovely, lovely stuff. But this is, I mean, 25,000 is a good size attendance. So the way I think the FA Cup works is it's a 50-50 split of the gate revenue. So I don't know. Let's get my phone out. Let's do some quick maths. More interested in this than the outcome of the football match. 25,000. Let's say they're spending £25 a ticket. It's probably going to be more than that. But let's look for a worst case scenario. That's 625,000. Divide that by 2. That's just over 300,000. So even if we come in and get absolutely battered, we could be potentially making £300,000, which combined with the 185,000 we've already got in our bank account gets us very close to having a bank balance of £500,000, which goes a long way towards giving us a little bit of short to medium term financial security. It's not long term financial security, but it might be enough to get us to the end of the season with a positive bank balance, which in turn might encourage the board to give me a more sensibly sized wage budget, because our wage budget that we've got at the moment is way below even the next lowest one in our league. It's so far below, which is why we're having to do the nonsense that we're doing with the loans. I would love to not have to do that, and that's why matches like this are so important. We are going to get smashed, though, presumably, because of course we're going to get smashed. Already 1-0. Perini's beaten again there, but luckily it comes back off the post and he's able to collect. But yeah, I think if we're able to keep this to the point where it's not utterly demoralising, we'll be quite happy. The draw for the 4th round, not that we're going to be in the 4th round, but the draw has already happened. So I'm less worried about losing than I would have been ordinarily, because the winner of this match is rewarded with a home tie against Chesterfield in the next round, which, I mean, on the one hand means you win this, you're basically in the 5th round. But on the other hand means this is the payday we're getting this season. So let's just enjoy it and let Leicester have a decent cup run, because obviously they'll beat us, they'll beat Chesterfield, and all of a sudden they're getting into the business end of the FA Cup without playing anybody in the top 2 divisions. So they'll be pretty chuffed about that as well. It's all working out very nice for all concerned as Leicester carve their way through our defence again and grab their 2nd goal. It might be getting embarrassing soon. I mean, 2-0 is fine, but yeah. Fingers crossed it doesn't get much worse than this, because what we don't want, we're on a long unbeaten run in the league. As you saw from our league position, things are going very well in the league. So what we don't want is to lose 6 or 7-0 and come out of the other side of this feeling demoralised, even though obviously we're supposed to lose this game. It's fine to lose this game. This is just about the money. But if we then go and lose our next couple of league games because we're sad, that wouldn't be ideal. We are struggling to even pass the ball out of our defence here. This is not ideal. 3-0 before half time. We're not worrying about it yet. Oh, that's so poor. I don't even know what we were trying to do there. What point do we switch to text only so we don't have to watch the goals going in? To be fair, it's not as bad as I expected yet. 3-0 at half time isn't a disaster. It's just obviously we're taking a beating, but they're in the Premier League. We're supposed to take a beating. I haven't even looked where they are in the Premier League. They might be a really good side. He's got a really good name. They are 5th in the Premier League. So this isn't even like real world Leicester. This is almost Leicester from a few years ago that were actually good. So I think this is fine. This is fine. If we can grab a goal, that'd be finer. This is fine though. De Souza to Smith. Look at us. We're having a little bit of possession. Murray shoots from range. But I don't think he ever really got proper contact with it, and it ends up going around the post. But we're on the attack again. Hendry now trying to create something. If we could grab a goal here, we've got 2 men over on this left-hand side. Scanlon is one of them, plays it in to Smith, and now Justinisson's fouled, and Hurley, with the effort from range, Justinison has stayed down, which is a worry, because he has, as the season has gone on, become quite the key player for us. And it looks like they've broken him, which is not ideal. The physio's on. He's walking him off the pitch. It looks like we're going to have an attacking corner without our 6'7" striker on the pitch, which is, we should be giving a penalty or something to make up for it. The ref doesn't know he's ineffective from these set pieces. He's literally he was fouled, and the punishment is he doesn't get to be involved in what should be his bread and butter. There's no justice in the world. Right, can we... I don't even know what I would shout. Encourage? We'll encourage them. We should probably pause. Right, Scanlon's been struggling all match, so John Lowe is going to come on. Yeah, didn't think I recognised the name John Lowe. Look at how many tired players we've got. It's been a busy Christmas period. I am going to try Yoshihama in midfield, which I've been threatening to do for ages. We have run out of players. Right, he can go there. Do we have anyone who can come on for those guys? I guess Hendry can play central midfield. So we can bring Henderson Derbyshire on. And then we just don't have anyone who can play left back. So John Lowe's going to play left back. And Wally Muller is going to come on there. It's 5 substitutions all in one go. In a game we've already lost. We're just basically trying to stop anyone picking up an injury. We've already seen Justinison take a little bit of a knock. So we don't want to risk any injuries to any players who are going to be important parts of our run-in as we try and get ourselves into the, I mean, we'll say playoff mix for now, but we all saw the league table before the match. We're all allowed to dream a little bit. Henderson Derbyshire. I am so frustrated with that guy because when you're not here, he's not any good. But it seems every time the cameras are rolling, Henderson Derbyshire puts on a little bit of a show. Maybe I just start him in the matches we do for the videos because he's made that entirely himself. Wins the ball back, goes round his fullback, bangs it into the top corner. Lovely work from him. It's 3-1, and I tell you what, at 3-1, we really do have nothing to be ashamed of. We've made a very good account of ourselves today. We're going to offer a little bit more encouragement, and I think we all come away from this today quite happy. We got our consolation goal. We've come here and not been embarrassed. We've had the better of the second half. Leicester obviously won the game in the first half, took their foot off the gas, doesn't matter to them. But I think everybody's quite happy. And yeah, everyone is delighted after the match. And the key thing is, did we make all the money I hoped we would make? Oh, look at it. Look at all that lovely money. The gate receipts were even higher than I thought. I guess their ticket prices must be higher than I thought. Yeah, 43, not 25. Well, at the Kasper Schmeichel Arena, by the way, that is at. That will do. That sorts us out financially, at least through the end of the season, which in turn hopefully sorts this out for next year. Because if we look at the league and look at the team detailed and salaries bit, our annual salary bill, £299,000, and we're over budget. The next lowest, 421,000. Then 565, 782. You only have to get to 19th highest, and they're already at £1 million, which is nearly 4 times what ours is. We need more money in our wage budget, and fingers crossed, we've now done enough that we'll get that. Let's go beat Forest Green and focus on the league for the rest of the year, shall we? So we've sold one of the backup goalkeepers. Lewis Montgomery has gone to Harland and Wolf Welders, who play in Northern Ireland. There we go. We've also got, where is he? Nixon Davis goes to Aldershot in the summer. Weren't able to get him out. I didn't realise that one was not happening immediately. Although, to be fair, he is already out on loan with them. So I guess it doesn't matter either way. We're not paying his salary. And Graham McGinnis is hopefully on his way to Tranmere because he's on £425 a week, which is far too many pennies. So if he goes, we're back below our wage budget. We have given Fujio Yoshihama a slight pay rise to give him an extended contract. We've also extended Scanlon's contract, which has had a pay rise attached to it as well. But we've got to keep our best players around. And I think they are certainly 2 of our best players. But we are getting to the point now where the squad is getting so small that we can't fill the bench because D'Souza's suspended. So it's getting to the point where I need to bring a bunch more loans in again. But this is the team for Forest Green. Forest Green, by the way, who are 16th in the league. So fingers crossed, if we've managed to keep morale in a decent spot, this should be us continuing our excellent form that we've been in the league. So Perini in goal, a back four of Lemani, Yoshihama, Piggin and Austin, Smith and Murray ahead of them, Scanlon and Hendry out wide, Hurley and Muller up front. Let's win a football match. Yes, I know we've not been able to do all of the substitutions from the possible number of substitutions. It's outside of my control. We don't have enough football boys, but we've got a decent attendance today. Over 1,000 fans have turned up, more than we got in the FA Cup in the previous round. And now we're starting to focus in on what's going on in the league for the first time, really. It's all been about the FA Cup for the first half of the season, but we now find ourselves in the mix. I mean, there are teams above us who've played 3 matches more than us. So if we win some of these games in hand, we're right in the automatic promotion race, never mind the playoffs. So we just need to keep this good run of form going, which, because the squad is so small, is easier said than done, because you get 1 or 2 injuries to key players and all of a sudden the wheels can come off very, very quickly. But I guess the most important thing is we're already at a point where we know we're not getting relegated, and we know we've got the money that's come in now. So even if we just kind of stumble through to another mid-table finish, we should, in the summer, be able to put together the squad that is capable of going up next year. So I'm now confident for the first time that at some point in the next 18 months, Wembley are going to be a League One team. And that's an exciting thing to be able to say. Piggin gets the rebound from the corner. It's rare to see a score from a set piece. It's a beautiful thing. It's 1-0 to Wembley. It was the corner coming in from Muller, and it was the initial header, I think, from Scanlon, and Piggin is there to pick up the scraps first to react to the goalkeeper's save. And as you can see, look at the difference that makes. Puts us right up into the playoffs, still with those 3 games in hand on some of the teams above us as well. We are in the mix, boys and girls. Lovely cross from Scanlon. But unfortunately, it would have been Scanlon normally who would be on the other side, the other end of it. And he obviously wasn't, because he was too busy hitting the cross. So there wasn't really anyone there to attack it coming in off of that left wing. But looking good again, playing some good football. 1-0 to Wembley at half time. Keep doing what you're doing, boys. Look at us go. I've got my eye in particular on Bradford, who've played 30 games and are up in second place. I need to see what the points difference is between us and them. We're starting to get our dreams going. Austin's given away a penalty there, which is frustrating and sloppy. Yeah, Bradford, 53 points, 30 games played. If Perini can do the business here and save the penalty, the aliens are going to do their best to stop us seeing if he does or not. No, it has gone in. maybe I need to stop planning my automatic promotion push and just accept whatever happens this season. We're on a tiny squad. We are very much victims of circumstance. Like today, if D'Souza hadn't been suspended, we'd have a proper right back in, and we might not have given away the penalty. Austin's very much a winger who can play right back. He's given away a penalty. He's on a yellow card. He looks like he's really struggling, but we've got no one else at the club who can play right back. So it's a pretty decent example of what can go wrong when you're on a squad as small as round. Look what a difference that goal has made as well. It's put us all the way back down to 9th place. It is tight at the top of League Two this season. Smith with the interception. I think that's gone out for a corner for Forest Green. So they are going to look to put us under some pressure again here. They've had a good start to this second half. Smith heads it up into the air, and hopefully that's the end of that little spell that Forest Green have enjoyed at the start of this second half. We're going to offer some encouragement to our boys. Obviously, we would like to go back into the lead and continue putting pressure on the likes of Cambridge, Fleetwood, these teams who've played so many more games than we have. Right, there's lots of tired legs again. Shaibu's going to come on. We'll put Muller out onto the wing and get Henderson Derbyshire on up front. And Kelleher can come on as well. And we'll have to bring Robinson as well. So many tired legs. There you go, 4 substitutions. So we've played too much football without being able to rotate enough because we don't have a big enough squad. What we need is a week off. And instead, we're going to take a home defeat against a team in the bottom half of the table, which I think it is just an accumulation of too much football. I don't think we blame this on what happened against Leicester. This is more a case of look how shattered everybody is. But this then becomes 2 defeats in a row, and that does start to have an impact on morale that we could do without there being. So many more tired little legs. We'll make our 5th change. We've gone attacking. We'll go very attacking. We'll demand more. If we could just grab an equaliser. It's just been all Forest Green this second half. It's been quite frustrating. I don't remember seeing us get the ball out of our half in this second half. And it's not ideal. We're being FM'd. We've been the better team here today. Certainly in the first half, we were comfortably the better team. But we just tired. We've been trying to gegenpress all season. We've had so much fixture congestion over the Christmas period. I think it's just caught up with us. Hopefully, we've got a week now until our next game and we can rest the players a little bit because they are shattered. We play again on Tuesday. Of course we do. Well, let's see how we get on and how we survive January. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.